Hey guys, my name is Ko Chukyo and my metric number is 2sec3501.
Guys, my name is Lim Shuli. Metric number is 2sec3355.
Our topic is society. We do this video for our English Proficiency 2 assignment. My partner and I will choose Chinese New Year for our video today. So in this video, we will talk about the Chinese New Year. I hope you guys will understand and enjoy and learn something after watching this video. I want to introduce what is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is the Chinese festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on a traditional Chinese calendar. Generally, the celebration begins on the Chinese New Year Eve and lasts for around 15 days through the middle of the first month. And before celebrate this festival, people will clean their house thoroughly in order to sweep away any ill fortune and to make way for incoming the good luck. And also people will decoration of window and doors with red paper cut and capless. Popular terms among these paper cut and capless include that of good fortune or happiness, wealth, and longevity. For example, life and 恭喜发财. We will say about the positive work when we meet or see someone. For example, we will say about the good health, good luck. In Chinese word, it means 身体健康，万事如意 because it like to give people benediction. And this festivity is a time for family reunions. It's considered the most important part of the Chinese New Year celebration. We will sit together and chat with our family members for closing our relationship, and it means the children working in the field will come back to reunite.
Chinese New Year is a major celebration in Chinese culture. This holiday marks the beginning of the new year in the ancient lunar calendar that is based upon the moon cycles. Full of customs and traditions, the origins of Chinese New Year contain a number of legends and folktales. One such legend circles around a terrifying creature called Nian. This is where our story begins. A long time ago, there existed a quiet village. The villagers lived simple, peaceful lives and were generally quite happy. Things would change, however, on the eve of the Lunar New Year, as the villagers began their preparations to hide from what was soon to come. High in the mountains lived a horrible demon creature called Nian. This monster resembled a lion with sharp horns and menacing teeth. Throughout the year, he would sleep soundly until the Lunar New Year arrived, when he would descend upon the village. Nian would devour crops, gobble up livestock, and any child it found would disappear. In fear, the villagers would lock up their homes and hide until Nian had passed. One year, as the fateful day approached, an old beggar entered the village. Seeing everyone locking up their homes, he asked if anyone was willing to offer him a place to stay. The villagers, however, were too concerned with protecting themselves that they paid no attention to the old man. An old woman from the east side of the village saw the poor man. She brought him some food and explained why everyone was in such a panic. She pleaded with the beggar to leave as soon as possible, or else he may suffer a terrible fate. He requested that if she offered him a place to stay for the night, he would reward her by banishing the evil creature. Not convinced, she continued to plead with the man, but in the end, since she feared being left out when Nian arrived, she had no choice but to agree to his proposal. Once midnight arrived, so did Nian. Normally, the village remained completely silent and dark. However, this year, there was something different. At one end of the village, Nian could see lights in the distance. Approaching cautiously, Nian drew closer to the home. Once Nian arrived, it found the home of the old woman had been covered with red papers, and bright light was coming from inside. It began to tremble and growl in fear. Enraged by such unusual and irritating things, Nian charged the front door, but was met by a barrage of loud, intimidating cracks and flashes, stopping Nian in his tracks. Through the smoke, the old man emerged in a bright red gown. He was loudly beating a drum and roaring with laughter at how scared Nian appeared. Overcome with fear, Nian fled away through the dark night. The next day, the villagers emerged from their locked homes and were surprised to discover the village remained untouched. At this moment, the old woman remembered the message from the beggar. She beckoned to the other villagers to examine her home to see what the old man had done to save their village. They were interested to see all of the red papers, lanterns, and burnt bamboo, the cause of the cracking sound and inspiration for modern-day firecrackers. They were quickly enlightened by the fact that these seemingly simple objects had been the same that had scared away Nian and kept their village safe. To celebrate their triumph over the beast, the villagers donned similar bright red outfits and visited neighbors to share the joy. The news quickly spread, and soon after, Nian was no longer a threat to anyone. As the years passed, these traditions were formed, and the fear that the new year had once caused was replaced with excitement and celebration, and everyone would stay up late to welcome the new year. We wish everyone a very happy Chinese New Year, and we hope that it will be full of prosperity and happiness for all.
Symbolic family reunion, prosperity, happiness, vitality, and drive of bad luck. Symbolism best wish for the coming year. It symbolic luck and happiness. A symbol of Chinese New Year greetings. It meaning safely and auspiciousness. It is a wish for wealth and good luck for everyone. It is a wish for a prosperous New Year.
Generally, a thorough sweeping of the house fuba, the beginning of traditional Chinese New Year celebration. People sweep away dust from furniture, walls, floors, kitchenware, and throw away old useless things for sweep away bad luck and welcome the coming year. Next, it's time for New Year shopping to buy food, drinks, new clothes, snacks, and other special products from crowded shopping mall and market. On the morning of the New Year Eve, people sweep the themes of their ancestors and then return home to do the last decoration for their house. When they finish pasting the spring festival caplets and hanging the red lanterns, it's time for the grandest Chinese New Year celebration. The family reunion dinner, the most sumptuous banquet of the year with various delicious and lucky dishes. At midnight, the sound of firecrackers will highlight the festival night. A tradition of going to bed late on New Year Eve, or even keeping awake the whole night and morning, known as 守岁, is still practiced as it is told to add on to one parent's longevity. First day of Chinese New Year is a time to honor one's elders and families, visit the oldest and more senior members of their extended families, usually their parents and grandparents. Some families may invite a lion dance troupe as a symbolic ritual to usher in the Chinese New Year, as well as the evil bait spreading from the premises. Red and yellow birds are passed out during the Chinese New Year celebration from married couple or the elders to unmarried juniors or children, and it is custom and polite for the children to wish elder a happy new year and year of happiness, health and good fortune before accepting the red envelope. A married person would not turn down such a request, as it would mean that she or he would be out of luck in the new year. Second day, married couple should visit and pay respect the wife's parent on the second day of the New Year. The second day of Chinese New Year celebration is not exclusive to immediately family members but among all relatives and friends. Some people will go to temple in hope of having good luck the whole year. The ninth day of the New Year is a special celebration known to Hokkien people as the Bai Tian Kong, which literally means prayer the heaven god. This day is especially important to Hokkien because they believe that is the birthday of the Jade Emperor, who protected the ancestor of Hokkien people from ruthless army in ancient China. All the Hokkiens start their prayers at 12 a.m. on the ninth day of Chinese New Year, but preparations start well in advance. On this night, the Hokkiens set up table draped in a red tablecloth full of food which are to serve to the Jade Emperor.
Chinese New Year clothes is prefer wear red clothes because red symbolics fortune and luck. You can buy yourself new clothes, but often they will be given as gifts from the family because it's a sign of a fresh start. It's best to wear your new attire on New Year's Day. Chinese people believe that as the Spring Festival is the start of a new year, what you do then will affect your luck in the coming year. So now I will list the taboos of Chinese New Year. Do not say negative word, example for dead, sick, poor. Do not break ceramics or glass. It simply break connection to property and fortune. Do not sweep floor. During the actual celebration, it means sweep away good luck in New Year. Do not eat porridge. It simply brings poverty. Do not use scissors or other sharp objects at the first day Chinese New Year. It simply cut your stream of wealth and success. Do not washing hair and clothing at the first day Chinese New Year. It because simply wash away good luck. No needlework. Replace wealth. Do not demand that replacement. Bring back luck. Avoid fighting and crying. It simply brings back luck. No killing anyone or animals. It causes misfortune. Avoid taking medicine. It is also because bring illness. No black and white clothes on the Chinese New Year because these two color is unlucky color. No giving the taboos Chinese gift. Example for the clocks, it meaning homophone of play or paying one's last respect. Shoes is also it because it sounds like the word for evil and bad luck.